Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm doing another holiday makeup look for you guys, and I thought I would do something a little bit more edgy and different, a different twist on just like the classic, makeup looks that you see done for Christmas or the holidays. I thought this just would be a little bit more edgy and different with the greens and the really dramatic winged eyeliner and the lashes. In this tutorial today, I am using the new Wet n Wild Comfort Zone palette. If you don't have this palette, you could use the old one, though I was so impressed by the green shadows in this one today. I feel like they are even better than in the original palette. Like, they're just so pigmented, super easy to blend out. So yeah, if you guys would like to see how to do this, just keep on watching and I'm gonna go ahead and get into the tutorial. With this makeup look today, I'm gonna do my foundation after I do my eyeshadow. But first I do want to go ahead and fill in my eyebrows and everything, just because I want to be able to do my brow bone color and not mess anything up later. First, I'm just going in with the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in Chocolate. I'm going to be using the Anastasia Brow Brush in number 12. So first I'm just going to comb through my brows, and then I will fill them in with the pomade. And then I'm just going back with the brush and brushing through, just to make sure everything's blended. And then I'm just gonna do the same thing to the other side. The next, I'm just going in with the Benefit Gimme Brow in number 1. And I'm just gonna be using this to set my brows in place. And this product also helps to make my brows look a little thicker and a little more full. Then to prime my eyelids today, I'm gonna be going in with this Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer in Whiteout. I just wanted to use a white concealer today just to make the eyeshadows really pop and stand out. Next, I'm just going in with the Wet n Wild Comfort Zone palette, the new Wet n Wild Comfort Zone palette. And I'm going to be going in with this bottom transition shade in this palette and the Sigma E25 blending brush. And I'm just going to blend this color here in the crease of my eye. And I'm just using windshield wiper motions and circular motions to blend that in. I'm not trying to take this color up too high, just because I'm gonna be placing the other transitional color in this palette also in my crease. But I just want this one to be the darkest, like closest to my eyelid. So I'm just gonna go back in with a little bit more and just focus it right into the crease. I love these transition shades in the new Wet n Wild palettes. They're very easy to blend out. And at the same time, they're pigmented, but not too pigmented where they're hard to work with. They work just so awesome as transition shades. Next, for my brow bone color, I'm gonna be going in with the new Wet n Wild eyeshadow in Brulee. Then I'm gonna be going in with the top transition shade here in this Wet n Wild Comfort Zone palette. I'm gonna be putting that on my Sigma E40 blending brush, just tapping off the excess so you don't have any fallout. And then just placing that shade at the top of the crease, just kind of blending out that darker transitional shade. Then I'm gonna be going in with this dark green color and my Sigma E55 shading brush. And this shadow is very pigmented, so you don't need a whole lot of it. It's very, very pigmented. I was very impressed by this color. I feel like this one is even better than the one in their original palette with the greens. And then I'm just, leaving the middle kind of free from this eyeshadow. And then I'm just taking some more of that dark green color, and I'm gonna just use my Pencil E30 brush by Sigma, and I'm going to kind of run that in the crease lightly, just connecting the two colors together. And then I'm also gonna work some of this dark green color here in the outer V, just kind of making a cat shape, which this step is optional. If you already had almond shaped eyes, you could probably skip this step, but I find if I don't do this with my eye shape, this halo type of eyeshadow look tends to really close off my eyes or just make them really small. So yeah, that's kind of like my tip if you have smaller eyes, kind of do like a cat eye shape out here. And then I will go back and blend that out, so don't worry about it. It's not gonna look that harsh. I'm just gonna clean off this E25 blending brush by Sigma with my Via Ramona color switch. And then I'm just gonna go over the edges of this dark green out here and also here in the crease just to kind of blend it out. And don't worry if over here in the outer V it gets too far down or anything like that, because I will go back and clean this up before I do my foundation, and that's part of the reason why I wanted to do my foundation after this eyeshadow look. Plus, these colors are really dark and you could have fallout on your face, so it's better if you just wait to do your foundation afterwards. And then with all the dark colors, it kind of fell onto that white part of the primer, so I'm just going to put a little bit more of that here in the center of my eye and just blend it out a little bit with a concealer brush. I'm just using this Wet n Wild concealer brush. I'm just gonna kind of pat that just to make it brighter right in that area where I'm gonna put the lighter green shade. So now I'm just going in with this lighter green in the Comfort Zone palette, and I'm just gonna clean off that E55 shading brush on my Via Ramona color switch. And then I'm just gonna pack a lot of that green color on this brush, and then I'm just gonna pat that shade right there in the center of the lid. And just take it up to the crease. And then to kind of blend the edges of the dark green and this lighter green, I'm gonna go in with the duochrome green. I'm just gonna flip that brush over to the side that was clean, and I'm gonna grab some of that on this brush here. If you wanted to use a more precise brush, you could go in with like a small concealer brush to kind of blend in between. And then I'm just kind of blending where those two shades meet together. This is just gonna give it more of that 3D look. Okay, now it's time to clean up this mess out here. I'm just gonna go in with my moisturizer, so just whatever moisturizer you're using, and a pointed Q-tip. And then I'm just gonna dip that pointed Q-tip in the moisturizer. Just roll it around here in my hand, just to get the Q-tip pointy, or to keep its pointed shape. And then I'm just gonna go like this along the eyeshadow to clean it up. You could also use a makeup remover wipe if you have that as well. Also probably work a little better actually. So I might end up going in with a makeup remover wipe. I just thought I would show you guys a different way. Sorry, that car was really loud. I thought I would just show you guys a different way to kind of clean up if you didn't have a makeup remover wipe. And then I'm just going in with a makeup remover wipe now. So yeah, probably a makeup remover wipe would have been probably a little bit more effective. And then once I get my foundation and everything on, then I'll go back and kind of blend the edges and everything. Plus, once we get our liner on, it'll all make sense in the end. So for my primer today, I'm just gonna be going in with the First Aid Beauty Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. And this is safe for sensitive skin. It's like a moisturizer and primer in one, and it's one of my favorite primers right now. It smells like coconuts, and it is so good. It's really good if you have really dry skin. It's very moisturizing. So I'm just gonna put that all over my face. Then next for my lip conditioner, I'm gonna be going in with my Emile Cordon Cashmere On Lip Pot. This thing is so moisturizing. and it tastes so good. It smells so good. So yeah, I've been enjoying this so much as a lip moisturizer. I'm just gonna be going in with the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation. And this is in the shade 112 Natural Ivory. And I'm going to be applying this foundation with my Peak Cosmetics makeup sponge. And I've told you guys this before, but this sponge is a dupe to the Beauty Blender. I've been loving this sponge so much. And I used this foundation for the first time in a while yesterday. And I enjoyed it so much yesterday, so I wanted to wear it again. As you guys know, I'm going through all of my foundations to just kind of figure out which ones are my top favorites, because I'm going to be doing a top 5 favorites series soon here on my channel. Then for my concealer, I'm just going to be using the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I'm just going to put it here on my under eyes. And then down the center of my nose. And I just want to add a little bit more coverage here around my mouth. And I also have a zit over here I need to hide. It's like a zit that's going away. And then I'm just using the pointed side of the, or like the skinnier side of the Peak Cosmetics sponge to blend that out. And I love this NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. It's a really good concealer if you want something that's going to be very full coverage on your under eye area. So whenever I do a really dramatic look like this, I like to use this concealer just because I know it's going to really cover my dark under eye circles and just make make the eyeshadow and everything just look a little bit more seamless. Then for my setting powder, I thought I would change it up today and use this Laura Mercier. This is the Universal Invisible Loose Setting Powder. And I got this in like a, I don't know, it was like a sample from Sephora. I have never really tested it to see if it gets photo flashback or not. Sorry about that. Cars are so loud. And then I'm just using my e.l.f. flat top brush to apply that. But yeah, I haven't really tested it out. I have never noticed it giving me any flashback with my makeup, but and then I'm just going in with that same powder and I'm using it as my under eye setting powder. It also works really great as like an under eye setting powder. I do kind of want to blend a little bit out here on this outer edge, just slightly, not too much. I just want to kind of diffuse the color just a little. But once you get this liner on, it's gonna all make sense. Okay, so now I'm just going in with the Tarteist Double Take Liner, and I'm gonna be going in with the felt tip side. And I'm just going to be doing a dramatic winged eyeliner with this look. So you can see with that really crisp edge, it helps you to get a straight line with your liner. I'm just going to take that and draw that back and then just fill in that triangle. And then here I'm just going to taper out the end. For my mascara today, I'm just going to go in with a couple of coats of the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara, and then I'll be going in with my false lashes. For my false lashes, I'm just going to be going in with these Ardell Wispies. They're the number 13s. I have worn these so many different times and they are my favorite false lashes. I love these. Then while that lash glue is drying, I'm just going to go in with this green up top in the Wet n Wild eyeshadow palette and just this Wet n Wild brush. Get some of that here on the tip of that brush. And then I'm just going to put that color here on the lower lash line. I'm just going to smudge that into the lashes. And just take it all the way into the inner corner right here. And then I'm just going to go back in with that Tarteist eyeliner with the pencil side, and I'm going to run that in my waterline and in my tight line. And then I'm going to take a little bit of that as well and just kind of connect the liquid liner up top kind of to the lower lash line, just right out here on the edge. And then I'm going to go back and smudge that out. And then I'm just going back with the liquid liner side and just touching up any parts of the lash glue that's showing up now that this lash glue has dried. Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. This is her Shade and Light contour palette, and I'm going to go in with this shade first and my Real Technique sculpting brush, and I'm just going to kind of contour just a little, not much. This palette is so pigmented, you barely need anything on the brush. It's another one of my favorite contour palettes. And then I'm just going to go back with my Real Techniques buffing brush, and then I'm going to get some of this middle shade here on this brush. Just kind of dab off the excess so it's not too much. And then I'm just going to lightly blend that contour out. Just kind of bronze a little bit. Just take it up here towards my temples. And then I'm going to go in with my Real Techniques powder brush, and I'm going to get that same middle color here. And I'm just going to bronze here at my hairline. And then I'm also going to take a little bit of that same bronzer and just bronze up my neck a little bit. And then for my blush, I'm just going in with this Milani Rose Powder Blush in Tea Rose. And I'm just gonna lightly put that on my cheeks. I love this color. It's one of my favorite blushes. It's just so pretty. It's really long wearing. It's a nice matte kind of rosy blush, and it goes really good with green eyeshadow. I love using like a rosy pink with greens. I think it looks really pretty. And then for my highlight, I'm just going in with this Becca Mini Moonstone. And I'm just gonna lightly brush that here on my cheekbones. And I'm using my Real Techniques contour brush. And I love this highlight with this eyeshadow because since that green does have a little bit of a gold in it, like a gold shimmer, and this highlight has a really light gold shimmer in it. It just looks really pretty together. Before I put on my lipstick, I'm gonna go ahead and mist my face with my makeup setting spray, and I'm just going in with my Urban Decay All Nighter makeup setting spray. And that's just gonna help this makeup to last all day long. And it also helps that Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless not to look so flat. I mean, it is a very matte foundation, and most of the times I don't go for a matte foundation. I usually go with something with a little bit of like a natural finish to it, or like a glow or luminosity. So if that's you and you do like this matte and poreless foundation from Maybelline, but it's like too matte, use a makeup setting spray. I think you will like it a lot better, and it helps it to last a little longer too. For my lipstick today, first I'm just gonna line my lips with my Rimmel Exaggerate Lip Liner in Addiction. This really isn't a lipstick, it's a lip gloss, and it's one of the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip glosses, and this is in Vintage, and it's a really pretty mauvey pink. I'm still doing my Sephora favorites, give me more lip swatches on Instagram and on Snapchat. So this is one of the ones that came in the gift set, and it is a full-size one, so that's super awesome. But yeah, I have been loving this lip gloss. It's very opaque. Like, as you can see, it's so opaque. It's not sticky at all. It's very long wearing. It's very moisturizing. So it makes me want to go get some more of these Anastasia lip glosses because this one is so good. It's a really good, just like I said, mauvey pink. So that is this makeup look completed. If you guys did enjoy this tutorial, this holiday emerald glam tutorial, green glam, I don't know exactly what I'm gonna call this yet, but if you guys did enjoy this, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you didn't want to do the liner, you could totally skip that because I know it does kind of cover up the eyeshadow a little bit, but I just wanted something super dramatic today, and I just thought that this would be like a different look for some of you guys out there that just want to do something a little bit more different and edgy than just like the classic gold, you know, kind of makeup look for, you know, the holidays. I will see you all in my next video, and I hope that you guys have a great day, and I hope that you all are still having a great holiday season and a Merry Christmas. Bye-bye. Mwah.